Hi everybody. Guess what? Guess what, everybody? Hold on to your britches. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Brown. Do you like my beard, by the way? Look at that. That's a proper beard. It's coming off soon anyway. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Brown. What's today's date? It is Sunday, April the 19th in the year of our Lord 2026. I am Mr. Beard, not artificial intelligence or any AI slop like that. Just an old fart. Anyway, let me save my blushes, save my blood. I don't know. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, should we get some guests on? I think we should. Okay, yeah, early. Okay, let's get some guests on. Okay, first up, coffee smoking, cigar drinking. It is. Do you know, God, I'd love a stogie. It is. It's the Phobos.
Good evening, Mr. Brown. Yeah, I thought you were wearing a keffiyeh or something at first.
Oh, welcome to Demonetization on Demonetization Alliance.
That's just a simple article of clothing, a scarf anybody can use.
Far too hot to handle that topic over here, mate. How are you doing?
I think it's more dangerous to say you look like Santa Claus, but I'm doing okay. Hanging in there, getting over a cold. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I think there's just a little bit too much black around the mouth, as it were, with the whiskers for me being a Santa. By the way, yeah, I'm not bad. You?
Yep, doing well. It's been an interesting week in terms of
yes,
studio desperation.
Yeah, nothing happening, but plenty happening.
Yep.
The cat has been fed. We'll do a drinking game. We don't do drinking games Sunday. For Sunday, new drinking game. Every time we hear the cat, drink everybody. I fed the cats. The cat's been fed.
Wow. Jet's really going there, huh?
Drink everybody. Should we get the next body on this?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, here he is, folks. He is the jester from Leicester. The big week for Star Wars this week. Yeah, drink. The Star Wars novelist. Don't you know? It is. I can't even pronounce this, but it's Swappers, everybody.
Hey!
Yeah.
How is everybody?
You all right?
Yeah, not bad. Taking a break from some hardcore editing to jump on here for a couple of hours.
What are we hardcoring?
Oh, it's the latest chapter of the series. Bastard software, Adobe Audition, decided to randomly erase 5 minutes of my work. Right now, 5 minutes doesn't sound like an awful lot, does it? But when you consider that 1 minute is worth about 3 hours worth of production,
mate, tell me about it. When I used to do audio for a certain big YouTuber, editing all the little gaps out of his recording, for every minute took about 4 minutes.
It sounds about right. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Right. It's just crazy, and that was just removing all the the kind of breaths or the
or in your case, mastication. Yeah,
on 4 minutes.
Indeed, nice and sloppy.
What? Yes, keep it moist. What chapter are we working on?
11. This is 11. It's a long one. Yes. It's a long one. It's always it's a long one, Brown. But this is especially long one. Yes. It's good. Kind of at least 40 minutes. This one. So a bit of an epic job. So it's taken ages, but I blame it on Bill Gates and Windows wanting to restart my computer for updates, and it didn't quite save my work properly when it did it. So yeah. A little bit angry, but apart from that, I'm looking forward to tonight's.
More angry than usual?
Oh yeah, definitely. But you wouldn't hear it in my voice. I've already punched several things with anger. Get it out of my system, so it's fine.
Anyway, it's great to have you on, mate. There is it's compact unit this evening, folks. Swappers, there is another.
No, Daddy, no.
Here is, folks.
Oh, hi.
Gruntings. You all right?
You got You caught me in between eating a Dorito. So,
from your little bowl.
your little red bowl, yeah.
Yeah. You're right, Ian. Well, obviously.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Hopefully it'll be I don't like the picture you put up of that stupid idiot that destroyed our favorite TV show. But hey,
Here you go. Look, see, they're coming in. Look, Gregory Lieber. Hello, my friend. It's the Mega Geek. You need to get some merch done, mate. Fucking Mega Geek.
My girlfriend, well, my ex-girlfriend said that with full force when she said
with
that
heart, yes, yeah,
from the
hip, yes,
from the hips,
from
the hips. Your ex-girlfriend.
What?
Yeah. She wasn't happy with me. Totally not.
Anyway, on that something, it's great to have you on, Ian.
Yeah, it's good to be on. Let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah, let's get on. We're early, folks. Let's get on with it. Okay. Other invites were sent out, but anyway. 337 Musings.
I need to be punched.
Today's date, Sunday, April 19, 2026. This is not artificial intelligence. Some channels have been getting struck off this week, folks. So, as we mentioned last week, touch and go at the moment. So, we'll see. Anyway, shall we get on with it? Yep. Good evening, chat. We can see you. Please like, share, subscribe. If you could do us a favor this week, folks, perhaps watch the stream when you do the replay in like multiple sittings, maybe, so we can get the numbers up a bit, so we can get over a 1K on the views. Definitely press. Why am I saluting? I'm saluting everybody. Definitely press that thumbs up button, yeah, and leave a comment afterwards. Most important, interaction is shown for the benefit of the tubes that are you. Thank you all the channel members. Big thank you to everybody in the chat, guests. Just thank you, everybody. Okay. First up, then.
Not been watching this.
The Boys. Anybody?
It's not been changed to the girls yet, then.
Well, it is the girls technically, but anyway. Anybody?
Oh no, man! I got enough gay from watching Peacemaker season 2.
It's just me then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, did you manage to wash it off?
What are you gay?
I mean, look at the logo on the poster. Jesus, what else do you?
It's okay. Spoilers then. Homelander is having a bit of a psychotic episode.
It always is, isn't it?
Elizabeth Shue, spoilers, folks. Elizabeth Shue turned up in one of his visions, and she hasn't been in it since season 1. So they're obviously going for it this season. Still all girl bossery.
Did he not suck her tits in season 1?
He did it in this as well. In his dream. Okay. I've watched all the seasons. It's, as I said, it's watchable purely because I've watched the previous 4 seasons.
Yeah. It's not watchable at all, dude. It's agonizingly painful what they've done to a really magnificent first season. They've changed it, and they've told the audience why they've changed it. They have TDS. They hate Trump. They are going after basically anybody who's not far left. And it's actually an insult to their audience. Like, I don't see why I would give them eyeballs on this thing.
The thing is, they didn't need to. They just needed to tell their story, and it would have been absolutely fantastic.
Well, no, because their story goes after Hollywood, and they can't have that.
Ian,
maybe not then. Yes.
You know that there's this trend going around now. Remember when it used to be completely blatant what they were doing? Now what they would do is take an existing IP and bait and switch it completely. So that's what's happened with The Boys and this new stuff that's coming as well. Like if they had a 3rd season of, say, One Piece, it'd probably go like this anyway. So that as I said, right, these organizations have control over our entertainment, and this is what they're doing. They're doubling down, they're tripling down in this evil stuff that they're putting into entertainment.
They on this program, they even drop in little kind of quirky comments to think that, are they on our side or are they not on our side? And it's, do you know what I mean? They're kind of like taking the piss out of themselves, but are they just doing it to kind of appease certain people? I don't know.
They're
Did
making
you
stuff
read
for
the graphic
themselves.
novel?
That's what they're doing. They're making stuff for themselves.
didn't
They
miss
don't
that.
give a shit about the. They don't give a shit about the audience.
About the audience.
So, in the graphic novel, do you remember in season 1 where Starlight is talking with the Deep, and he basically, if you want to be a part of the team, you're gonna have to, blow me.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in the book, she has to do it with everybody. And then in the very next frame, they show her announced as the new member, and she's kind of got tears down her eyes, and everybody's clapping and cheering. It was like a total Hollywood thing, a total casting couch Harvey Weinstein. They would never do that in this show. So once they veered from, listen, the original story, it really goes after both sides, and it does it evenly. But in this show, they might throw you a little bone here and there, but
yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah, and that just might not even be intentional. That might be left over from the source material.
Here you go, Alex Ashgan, Rachel, my friend. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to yourself, Broom? Just join BDSM club. Awesome. Is that a driving school?
Not anymore.
Okay. So
it's the fiddle faddle thing all over again, where they actually get Daredevil to say, "Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. You shouldn't obey the law. You have the right to commit crimes, and I guess I just need to get you out of jail." That kind of bullshit.
Anthony Starr, Homelander. I suppose this is what the show is about. He's not done a lot for a few seasons. No character development, no nothing. Totally wasting Anthony Starr. As I said, at this stage, we're just waiting to see how they kill Homelander. That's all it is.
You're just watching this because you liked him so much in Banshee, and you haven't been able to give that up. So you still have hope it'll be good, but everybody else has long since abandoned hope.
It's funny how people have recognized what's going on. If you look at something like Wicked, they're promoting the bad that was in Wizard of Oz. They're promoting the bad person, Wizard of Oz. And if you look at all the stuff they're doing now, that's all they're doing is promoting the bad and saying they're not so bad. We can get together with them. They're just misunderstood. But it's bollocks, because what they're doing is they're promoting evil, and right across the board, that's what they're doing. And if you think I'm talking crap, I don't give a shit, because I know that's what's happening. That's why I don't.
I don't think
stuff that's on TV. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think nobody thinks you're talking crap. We all see it. They started out by making small excuses for the villains,
right?
And then they ended up by making the villains the heroes of the story, like Ironheart. She's a murderer. She's the thief. Yep. She could become a billionaire by doing things the right way, but no. She would rather kill innocent people and go rob, companies where people are just going to their job trying to make a living.
If I may, ardent party wrenched. Brew shouting rather. Brew's vegan and technically pescatarian, but technically, but here you go.
I'm trying to avoid that word.
Wrenched.
It is though.
Mega winding up to say it's
all of it is woke though. All the thing is though, again, right? I know there's a lot of people that understand what I'm saying, but there are a lot of people that don't understand. And also a lot of people just sees the surface of what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now, this stuff is evil. If it promotes men sharing changing rooms with 12-year-old girls, I'm sorry, but that is just evil. It's just evil. All of this stuff that's coming out of Hollywood.
Gets streamed and monetized. You know that, don't you?
No, you better really. Send in some super chats to make up for all the income Brown's about to lose. Please help support the channel and go buy an Aliens t-shirt. Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Do we have the link
folks.
for? Do we have the merch store links?
Too late now. Yeah, it's not been brilliant on the tubes of late. So anything gratefully received, everybody. Have we done with the boys?
Yep. Yeah.
I think is it 8 episodes? So what are we?
You're the episodes? Only one counting.
I think Vex is watching it as well. Yeah, I think Vex will be on next week.
She likes those male body parts though, so that's.
She's just pissed off with it as what I am. But anyway, okay, that's the boys. Everybody, we'll keep you updated next week. Oh, and sorry. And Party's watching it. Somebody's got her. Okay. Oh, he's Vex on George's stream right now. Okay. Avengers Endgame is returning to movie theaters in September with never before seen footage ahead of Avengers Doomsday. The re-release will also be presented in Infinity Vision, a new certification for premium large format theaters designed to give audiences the biggest, brightest, the most immersive cinematic experience. What?
No, its real purpose is to make you feel better about not being able to see it in IMAX. Because they don't have any of the IMAX theaters. That is the only reason they're doing this.
Is that what it is then? Oh,
yeah, absolutely. They actually had a chance to move this movie up a week because Jumanji was coming out the week before, and they moved that till after Christmas.
Jumanji, or is it Doomanji?
Doomanji. Oh. So they still, instead of moving it up where they could have had a whole week of IMAX to themselves, they decided to go head to head against Dune, which
was it June?
Yeah. And, I'm not a fan of that, but the movie's done very well. And there's certainly people excited about that. All of their IMAXs showings are already sold out. So rather than change the release date for this movie, which might have given them some breathing room, they decided essentially, let's make our own IMAX. Except they're not really doing it. It's just a certification. There's no new equipment. There's no system.
It's just spin then, yes?
Right. It's just a label. Hey, this theater that costs you $20 more per ticket, this will be a good one. And we'll call it Infinity Vision. It's marketing nonsense. It's marketing bullshit. It's not going to change the equipment in any theater. It's simply their blessing, which will allow the theaters to charge even more money to see it in that particular.
I heard a rumor that when they do release Avengers Endgame, they're going to change the ending slightly to actually connect to the new film Avengers Doomsday. They're going to add little bits here and there in it. That's why they're re-releasing
new scenes as well. Yeah,
so it's going to be interesting.
That's what we said. They're totally, we said this ages ago, they're just totally going to ignore phase, whatever it was, 5? I don't know.
4 and 5.
Yeah, just totally ignore it.
They're not, because Shang-Chi's in it as well.
Yeah, and Yelena, I mean, they're not going to ignore everything. They're going to ignore the stories that happened after, but
so
not
it's timeline shit then, yes? Oh my God.
It's more multiverse gobbledygook.
For fuck's sake.
Also, somebody read out the story, and it sounds really complicated. It really does sound like a convoluted piece of nonsense just to get everybody in it. So we'll find out. Sorry, Swappers, go ahead.
Yeah, well, since half of them are dead, they're going. It's going to have to be, right. They saw the success of Deadpool with all the cameos, and that's the only thing that was really been successful, except for Spider-Man, which also had a lot of people coming back.
Here you go, Ruddy, something wrenched element. The new ending has Shang-Chi as a Deliveroo driver. There you go.
Yeah, so they're
that killed it.
basically they're turning this into Deadpool because it's the only formula of success that they have. But it's not going to work outside of Deadpool, I don't think.
What do you reckon, Swappers? Really? Oh, okay.
He's probably gone to Lou. He probably has.
What do you reckon, Swappers?
I've completely lost interest in anything Marvel, to be honest. I mean, why are they re-releasing this and not Infinity War? Because, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
Because this one leads to the Doomsday one, and they're going to change a few bits and then add a few
both
bits.
bits.
Yeah.
People would love to see the first one again because it wasn't
First one
too
was
bad.
great. Yeah, I like the first one. The Infinity War was really good.
Yeah, but if they released it and it doesn't do well, it really hurts them PR.
Well, it's only a re-release.
But still, it's happened before.
If they re-release this and let people know that there's going to be new footage in it, I'm sure people will go out and watch it. But if you're just going to re-release it without notifying anyone, no one's going to bother.
Because you can watch it at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most people have probably already got it on Blu-ray or whatever, or downloaded it. So you're not, shooting yourself in the foot. But I mean, we've still got an ongoing cost of not dying crisis on at the moment. People haven't got a regular amount of cash jingling around in their pocket. They can just casually just go, oh, I know, I'll just go to the cinema. Oh, hang on a minute, I can't go to the cinema because all my cinemas are closed down because of the what the government is doing. Oh,
why didn't whoever it is, it's Disney, isn't it? Why didn't they just release it as a double feature?
Double ender.
I wasn't going to say that, but
Look, what they should have done is not cast Robbie Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, have another actor play Doctor Doom, and take the story in original path instead of doing this multi-rubbish verse. That's what they should be doing. But they're not going to do that because they're scared. If they don't have Robbie Jr. in it, nobody will come and see it. But that's
desperation, isn't it? Yeah.
They're not coming to see Robbie Downey. They're coming to see Iron Man. So
except he's not Iron. He's not Iron Man, and
I know.
Yeah, they announced him in a sort of fit of desperation, and then they couldn't go back on it.
There you go, Jamalama, Angelo Jams. I fell asleep during Endgame in the theater.
Double ender game.
Here you go, new face like this. Here you go. Fancy a bum. Always. More shawarma scenes. Yes, always.
The thing is that they haven't got the good writers in. Sorry. Gone.
If Iron Man's not in this, then who's taking his place?
I don't know.
That would be Ironheart.
Yeah, are they going to have her in it? Because if they are, then that'll really get people in, won't it?
Yeah, I don't know, but she was the one that was designed to replace him.
See, bravery when it comes to filmmaking is been thrown in the dustbin for some unknown reason because they're too scared. If I was in charge, I wouldn't use him. I would have somebody else as Doctor Doom, do it properly. Wouldn't have all the Marvel shows that were crap. I wouldn't have any of that in there at all, and just concentrate on the story. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that.
I feel like I've been cheated out of a proper character because it's just someone we've already seen, just with a different suit on. And I want proper Doctor Doom. I don't want this crap.
Dr. Watts.
And you're not going to get a proper build-up to him either. How many movies did they take with these incredibly powerful bad guys only to see, oh, he's just a lackey for Thanos? And you're like, oh my God, what is that? They built him up across a dozen movies. And now they're going to just try to toss him out there and convince you, he's the most dangerous guy yet. Yeah. With the setup and so on. Mr. Brown, do you mind? I know we like to engage with the chat, but if you're going to cut me off every time just to read somebody from the chat, I can leave. That's okay. That's no problem. I don't need to give my time here.
Is there a delay going on? It might be a delay.
I don't know.
There you go. Okay, shall we move on?
Iron shite.
That's good. Iron shite.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
It's probably a sidestep. Disney has announced its new premium screening format, Infinity Vision, described as an enhanced Dolby experience, will be attached to Avengers Doomsday this December.
What is Infinity Vision?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a marketing term. It's nothing. It's just a certification for a certain sound system and projection system that they've decided they will now call Infinity Vision and charge a premium on top of the premium that they already charged for that particular theater.
Oh, is that it? I was getting really excited. I was hoping it'd be like a new pair of glasses you could put on and see through women's clothes.
Plus, people might go, "Ooh, what's this?" So they might be curious.
It's their reaction to the fact that they can't show this in IMAX.
Is it? It's not connected with the Infinity War, then. Is it? No.
Well, I suppose it's a play, isn't it? A play on.
Yeah.
Vision's not even in it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he turned white and disappeared, didn't he?
Wasn't he in the first? He was in the first one, though, wasn't he?
Well, Ian, if he turned black and disappeared, that'd be a bit racist, wouldn't it?
I know.
There you go. Benjamin 197 will spot on it. So it's just Dolby. Yeah, looks like it.
It's Dolby Plus, essentially, yes, with a laser projection.
It does. It does make. I remember when I was a kid, I used to think Dolby was really good and it was really loud and stuff. But now it's just too loud. It kind of muffles the sound. You don't really get the beauty of the sound. I've noticed in most films, especially when I was watching the Jason Statham movie with all the gunshots and everything. It just sounded like it was clipping. It was just too loud. I don't know what you guys think of the sound now these days. Just,
well, that's really separate from Dolby. That's just the amplitude that they decide to put the sound up the volume. But so Infinity Vision spec requires a 50-foot screen, high contrast laser projection, and you have to have at least 7.1 Dolby surround. But like I said, these theaters already exist with HDR viewing. Now they're just going to get a little sticker on them that says, "Hey, this is Infinity Vision."
I've just seen.
I guess
there's only what?
Sorry, no. Quick, go on, finish.
There's only 75 screens in the U.S. that qualify, and 300 globally. But they're not going to be new. They're already there. They're just getting the label.
Sorry.
I don't know what it's referring to, but it made me laugh. Fat Lobber's comment that's just gone off the screen. He said, oh God, I'll have to scroll up to get it, so make sure I get it right. Yeah, what the fuck's that going on? You should conjure up images, that's all.
I can guess.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably Avengers Doomsday will pick up where the Fox X-Men movies and Avengers Endgame left off.
I mean, Hugh Jackman's hairline's really low there, isn't it?
Well, they're not going to quite pick up there, right? They have to redo the ending of the movie to make it fit. So,
also, it's not the X-Men from the 20th Century Fox thing because they've got different costumes. It's like if it was, they'd be wearing those leather crappy ones, wouldn't they? Now they're wearing the proper costumes from the comics. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's a different world. I don't know. And also, Cyclops is still alive in that universe. It's like when it can't be the proper universe because Cyclops got killed, right?
Oh no! There was a movie that brought them all back, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's the Days of Future Past universe.
That was it.
Oh, that one.
It all sounds very confusing.
It is.
Yes, I'm saying that's exactly what it is.
Well, I mean, they could have in that universe. They could have, progressed from the black outfits and decided that they all wanted to be a bit happier and wear.
Yeah, they did somewhat. They did change the costume over the course of their 7 or 8 movies that they did. But they want their cake and they want to still be able to eat it too. They want to be able to kill off a superhero to give that emotional impact. And then they want to be able to bring them back because they don't want to lose anything that they have. So death has no meaning anymore for Marvel. So really, what's the point?
They still
Does
wear.
this mean... Go on.
They still all wear black underwear though, black leather underwear. They still got that.
Does this mean to say they're going to have to use the special effects to make them all look young?
It could,
especially
That's probably where the budget's going, isn't it?
Well, Wolverine he's not meant to age, is he, Wolverine, in the comics? So
no, he does not. Or he does very slowly.
Yeah, so they're going to use the effects to make him look young. Because he does look very old, Hugh Jackman.
They'll probably have him look like he looked in Deadpool, though, right? I don't even know if that's the same Wolverine at this point. How many of them do we have?
Probably isn't. Yeah, probably isn't. I don't know.
How many incursions are there? How many multiverses are we trying to keep track of?
I reckon that the brothers that direct this, they're hacks, aren't they? Because if you saw the stuff they did after this film, absolute rubbish. The two films that they made for Netflix. So they're hacks, really. I mean, they were carried in the last two films they did. Yeah, and the Captain America film. They were carried.
Yeah, have you seen Citadel and the Electric State? Those were terrible. Yeah,
absolute rubbish. So because they didn't have the infrastructure of the good people that work with them. Oh, bless you. Did you sneeze?
No, I'm laughing at the chat.
Oh, which one?
Will Patrick Stewart come back to be killed again?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably. There you go.
And you know who's going to win Avengers Doomsday? It's all going to be women. It's all going to be women that wins it. So, sorry, Ian.
So nothing's changed then, is what you're saying?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, let's see what's next. Go on.
The winners are the actors and the filmmakers who funneled all of the production money to their private Swiss accounts. And the losers are the shareholders and the audience. That's who really wins here.
So I want to know if Ellen Page will be a boy or a girl.
Oh, don't.
It's
confusing.
Yeah, she will be a boy.
Okay, here we go. In official synopsis, in Avengers Doomsday, beloved heroes from 3 distinct universes will be set on a deadly collision course and face an threats unlike anything they've ever encountered.
Yes, Doomsday. It's Dr. Doom. That's who they encounter.
Again, they're trying to sell him without ever setting him up. By the time we got Thanos, we already knew how scary he was, because while Ronan the Accuser was scary enough, Loki was scary enough in their movies, and now you're telling me they were just work for hire for this big old giant scary guy named Thanos? We get none of this with Doom. We get no setup. If you're not familiar with the comics, you don't have any idea who the fuck Dr. Doom is.
Yeah. Yep. You see, they're
going to tell you how scary. Sorry.
They showed it's right. They showed a clip from the Thunderbolts, but they took out where the Fantastic Four met them at the end, but they took it out of the film. Have you seen that clip? It's on YouTube, where they land their ship, because that's how it ends, isn't it? Ships coming through, and they land their ship, and they meet up with the Thunderbolts. And Thunderbolts are present in this movie, Doomsday, as well.
Yeah.
So
but they had to change where they were going, so they got rid of that part. The only time we've seen Dr. Doom in a Marvel movie, he's picking up a baby and trying to carry him off. I don't know. He's doing some Jimmy Savile thing. So that's really the general audience's only exposure to Dr. Doom was the guy who tried to steal a baby.
Here you go. Professor R2 Wrench was part of the prof. They're going to spend $1 billion to bring back the audience to watch all their favorite heroes killed off or bastardized.
Yep.
I like Gregory Lieber's comment. He says Elliot Page is Dickie Pride.
Yeah, you go. Quick super chat. Here we go then. Gregory Lieber, $2. Thank you, my friend. Elliot Page is Dickie Pride.
It'll be Pride though.
Yowza. Thank you, my friend. Okay, shall we? Is it a sidestep? I don't know. It is Kevin Feige
T555
says Avengers Secret Wars is as ambitious a project as we've ever embarked on at Marvel Studios.
Secret Wars.
Yeah. Look at that poster there. Are any of the characters that you want to see in that image?
Well, that's not official, though, is it?
It isn't?
That's just that somebody's just made up, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got a hint for him. It might be a little bit foolhardy to embark on your most ambitious project when you don't have all the talent that you used to have. Maybe don't get rid of all of the people that made your previous movies great before you embark on your most ambitious project ever. Because they don't have the guys that made the movies good anymore.
It's a shame, really, because I saw clips from Film Threat when they were at the Sony thing in Vegas and stuff like that, and everybody's screaming and cheering. But I have to remind everybody that that doesn't guarantee a success. Look how many people screamed and cheered for Jodie, the Jodie Doctor. How many people? I've been to conventions where they screamed and cheered for a Shooty, the Shooty Doctor, and look how many people watched that. So do you know what I mean? It's not a guarantee, right? This stuff is not a guarantee.
No.
Is a better bet is to make a good movie and give the audience what they want. That's a better bet, you know.
Yeah, but they don't have, they can't do that. The infrastructure is set up. They're not allowed to do that. They have a specific criteria by which they have to follow to present a movie. So we get convoluted stories that don't make any sense. We get incredibly unlikable characters. And we get all of that stuff that we've been speaking out against for the last 10 years. And that's what we're going to get here.
If Hollywood wants to fight against this and stop this nonsense, they have to stand together. All the actors that don't support this stupid stuff in our movies,
but they won't, though, will they?
Have to stand together. They all, even the technicians, have to stand together, right? But they're not, because they're scared. They're scared of losing their job. They're scared of losing money. They're scared of losing. But the thing is, though, they're going to kick you out anyway.
Yes, so go down fighting. Yeah, go down fighting.
You might as well stand together. What is the point of actually, complying to what these crazy people want? Makes no sense. You're going to die. They're going to drop you anyway. So
well, half of them have lost their jobs, which is why Marvel doesn't have the talent to make a movie of the scope that they're attempting here. They can't do it. They don't have the people.
Okay, let's see what's next. Avengers Secret Wars is now in pre-production.
Who cares?
Is that image official?
No,
the first Who Cares is away.
Yeah.
It's like, for Infinity War.
Yeah. Why is Thanos so big up on there? Like,
yeah.
It's a poster from Infinity War. I loved Infinity War. I thought it was one of the best out of all.
It's why the follow-up was such a letdown, isn't it?
Yeah. Close. Sorry, the first one for me is Captain America. What's that one? That one with Bucky. I can't remember what that one was called. That was
Winter
brilliant.
Soldier.
I love Winter Soldier was brilliant.
Yeah, I'll go on.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's still my favorite.
And this one's a close second. This one of Infinity War. I love Infinity War.
I don't know if he's able to pull it off anymore, but if they had the stones, they should have dragged Joss Whedon out of forced retirement and had him do this stuff, because he was one of the secret ingredients of everything that made the first three phases so great.
He's a bad boy, though, isn't he? Okay, let's see what's next. It's probably something. Tell you what, we'll do some supers. Mega Spider-Man Wrench, €5. Thank you, my friend. What films leave you disappointed, not because of the whole film, but the ending and what happens to the lead and others?
Oh, that one's going to take some thought, but it's a good question. Thanks, my guy.
Well, I think Endgame. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it was fantastic, and then after seeing it again and again, you can see all the woke stuff and the bad ending where he gives the shield to Captain Black America. you know, when he shouldn't have, should have been given to Bucky. Bucky, do you know what I mean? All the stuff, and him staying with Peggy, which didn't make any sense to me. It was bollocks, really. The only good thing about that is that the impact punch of Iron Man dying, which I thought was really great. But yeah, and also treating the heroes like idiots, like obviously Star-Lord gets kicked in the bollocks twice.
Yeah.
Spider-Man acts like he doesn't know what he's fucking doing with the glove. Why didn't Captain Marvel put the glove on and snap her fingers? Lord knows why, because she's strong enough to take it. Don't know. You just notice all these things. Thor was like a bitch, wasn't he? Getting beaten to crap. Even though in the Marvel comics, Thor was one of the most powerfulest heroes next to the Hulk, and they treat him like a bitch. Fat Hulk, fat Thor.
Fat Thor.
Don't even talk to me about what they did to the Hulk. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Do you remember when Downey used to say, "Hey, I'm not coming back. I will never let them change the ending, the perfect ending that they gave to Tony Stark." And then they're like, "Have $120 million." He's like, "Okay, can I get a trailer cult compound in there too? Okay, I'll be there."
Swappers, anything to?
For the first question, the one that comes to mind instantly was, I mean, there's probably loads, but the first one that comes to mind is Roddy Piper's character in They Live.
Ah, what happened to him? You mean at the end?
Yeah, because you really like the character, and you're thinking like you really hope that he succeeds, and you know, because it's you think it's a typical 80s action movie, and it's totally not when you look at it in a different angle with perspective. But I did really want him to survive at the end, and he didn't. I was like, oh no, I was gutted. I was really gutted, but it's kind of necessary for it to work properly when you think about it. If you know what the movie's about and what they're trying to do with it, and you can see it multiple times, it doesn't really work if he survives. But initially, I was kind of on a bit of a downer because of that. But favorite Geordie LaForge moment was what comes into my head. Again, there's probably loads, but the one where he could see into, I think the Enterprise was out of phase, or he was out of phase.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
And he could see things that
that was good.
Time's Arrow.
Yeah, and there was like some species on board the Enterprise screwing things up with time and stuff. And he and Ensign Rowe were the only ones that could see what was going on. That was a really good one.
Yeah, my favorite was when he falls in love and acts totally creepy towards a hologram, and then meets the real life version of that and acts equally as creepy. That was really great.
My favorite moment is when he told everybody his name was Kuta Kinte. Oh, wait a moment. That wasn't Star Trek, was it? That was Roots. Yeah.
Okay. Carl Voigtlander wrench was what, $5? Super sticker or just a super without a comment? Cheers, my friend. Anyway, thank you, my friend. Here you go. Peter Pidrak, Will Spot, $5. Hello, Peter. I still have hope for Avengers Doomsday, but then I am an eternal optimist.
Yep.
I would always send in the publisher's clearinghouse sweepstakes. There you go.
Doomsday.
Ex Flavius X wrenched World Sport member for 19 months. I salute you, my friend. Given we are, you're going to be disappointed. Given we are a majority Gen X on this stream, I trust we will be discussing the Street Fighter teaser.
I would have discussed it because I'm a massive Street Fighter, but you know, oh well.
I will tell you what, there's a lot to talk about with that for sure. I just want to say in the 90s, I actually dated somebody who worked for the company that processed the Publishers Clearinghouse data, and the names on their mailing list were super valuable because they used to sell those as people who were exceptionally gullible, and companies would pay really extraordinary amounts of money to get a list of all of the information on the people that sent those in.
Ooh.
That was her job.
Okay, let's do this then. This is from Nerdrotic Gary. Daredevil Born Again summed up in one image.
Yeah,
anybody
he's in the back.
Yeah.
He's in the front.
Yeah. I'm watching it, but nobody else is. I don't really think it's worth the time discussing. Yeah.
Is that his black costume?
It's awful. I think there's a little bit of red in it.
Oh, is there? I think on
it-
the D, isn't it?
Is it worse than
Yeah.
last season then?
Significantly. It's not his show anymore. It's the Action Karen Page show, along with Action Lawyer and Action Little Baby Girl White Tigress and Action BB. Oh God, what's her? BB Urich. Yeah, it's all about the girls.
Titan. All right. Oh, mate. This week's episode proved killing a Foggy was a brain dead decision. I'd rather rewatch the 3 Netflix seasons that I'm guaranteed to enjoy.
It's funny because it's they don't tell you how many people are watching this. That's a guarded secret when it comes to Netflix, especially when they're pushing the woke agenda, right? So, as I said, these people just keep pushing out this nonsense in every show and pretend it's a success. What chance do we stand with that kind of crap? You know,
you mean Disney, right? Not Netflix.
Yeah, Disney. Yeah. Well,
yeah, but they're not showing up on the Nielsen's or the Luminates, so we know they're doing horribly. And Disney can announce it's their number 1 show, but they never give any numbers. I don't know how many people buy.
Here you go, Sunstorm.
Go.
No, go.
No, I was just saying to Ista, remember, right? They're bypassing people like us, and they're trying to hit the normies and this non-existent audience. That's what they're trying to hit, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's not working for this one because nobody's watching it.
Sword in Storm Ranch or Sword. No, it's better than season 1.
Is it?
No, I think not. To me, there's no Daredevil in the Daredevil show. He's in it for like 5 minutes per episode.
Here you go. Amelia Bedelia. Rachel Amelia, stop consuming the slop.
I agree. I totally agree. I don't watch these shows. I know it's like somebody just said just now, I've still got hope. And it's like, how can you still got hope? It's like, yeah, Bob Hope. It's like somebody gets you a big bag of shit and say, right, there you go. And you go, okay. And then 2 months later, they go, here's a big bag of shit. There you go. The evidence is right in front of you. Why even bother anymore?
Yeah, I was going to watch Daredevil, but I've just not bothered. Just forget it. Not bothered. Not interested. Just not interested.
It's not as difficult to get through as Starfleet Academy, but it's still pretty bad.
Swappers?
It's mostly boring.
Swappers? You said something?
I don't know anyone that's watching any of this stuff.
Sword is. It's about the only one who is. Anyway, okay. It's not that good.
It's boring and it's not his show anymore. And maybe it's not as egregiously offensive as some of the others. Desperation.
Are they bringing these? So these people are coming back in Daredevil, right?
There you
go. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Mike Coulter with Finn Jones, Kristen Ritter on the set of Daredevil Born Again Season 3.
Yeah, they're going to have to rescue him. Yeah, he gets captured, and these guys are going to have to rescue him.
Well, these guys have to rescue him. But do you know who's going to be front and center? It's not going to be the boys.
On the right, probably.
Yeah, it's going to be Karen Page and Kristen Ritter. I love Luke Cage. I love this guy's version of Luke Cage. The show was great up until the point where they killed off Mahershala.
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. Professor R2 wrenched Warsport member for 19 months. Cheers, Prof. Marvel as an entertainment brand is dead.
As I said right before, that they have the power over entertainment now. And it doesn't matter if only 6 people is watching this show. If they feel like giving us a 3rd season of Daredevil Born Again, they will do it. Right. And that's the thing. So, the only way to stop them is to either stand together or create another organization that actually has entertainment on it, separate from these people. If you keep feeding them, they're going to keep putting out the crappy rubbish.
The slop. Yeah, Amelia's right. Yeah, the slop. They're going to keep chucking it out. Yeah. We're supposed to get, look at that, everybody. It's amazing. But it's just going to be more of the same shite, assuming anybody's still watching it.
And wasn't Iron Fist a disaster? Like, why are they bringing that guy back?
Well, he's part of the Defenders, isn't he? So
yeah. He wasn't as bad in the Defenders as he was in his own show.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
Okay. Oh well, let's move. Don't know what's next.
Oh no. Oh no.
The first oh no is away. Millie Alcock says Supergirl will make people say, "Thank fuck they saw it in the theater."
Again, right, guys. I'm not having a go at her, but I've seen clips from this, right? New clips, and she's not attractive at all. Women go to see Thor, right, for Chris Hemsworth. Us men, we want to go and see Supergirl for a really fit girl playing Supergirl, and this is not. It's not it, man. It really isn't, and we know why they did it as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, let's take this. So Millie Alcock says, let's take this quote and put it up against all the other things she's said and see how their record is in turning out to be true or reasonable. I would say Millie Alcock says, don't listen to anything the fuck I say. That's what Millie Alcock says. And would she...
Go on.
No, it's right.
Swappers, go on, sir. I'll talk to you, mate. Go
on. No, I didn't have anything to say. It's okay. Move on.
Right. Mega Geek, not having a go, but what a munter.
Yeah.
The thing, look, she isn't ugly, right? But she's not right for this role at all. Again, right? The people that are in charge of entertainment wants to destroy masculinity. Masculinity, if you look at it very carefully, is a beautiful thing. Men will protect women at all costs. That's just one beautiful thing about masculinity. But these people, they want to destroy it completely. They want to teach the next. Oh, I've said all this before. You know what I'm going to say.
Swappers, you available to do a super chat, please?
This.
At Mog/K8B Wrenched World of Sport, $5. I don't know what nationality those dollars are, but they're
American.
And he says, I enjoy a good iron fisting. Preferably without the lube.
What's she supposed to say? You know what? People are going to see my movie and be sorry that they paid to go see it at the theaters. Like, of course she's going to say this.
Esther, did you see Film Threat? They came out on stage.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And Alan Ng and Chris Gore said it was the worst out of everything that got presented that night. They were the worst. They didn't know what they were talking about. They said stupid things. The director didn't know his own movie. Do you know what I mean? So it's not looking good for Supergirl.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't have had to do 8 test screenings if it was working out for them. And of course, the director doesn't know his own movie because he didn't really direct it. You can't look at this and tell me it's not a James Gunn movie. It's insane.
Yeah.
He was cast. He's playing the role of director in a James Gunn production of a James Gunn film of James Gunn's Supergirl.
Man of Tomorrow starts filming this week.
Another thing they're trying to do as well to get us away from how bad Supergirl is, they're trying to say to us, look, we've cast Wonder Woman. Look at this woman that we've cast. Oh, dear.
Who's that? Is it Poulter? Who's that Poulter bloke? That's all I can see now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it does look like she does look like
that's all I can see now. This is the genuine. All I can see is.
Are they brother and sister or something? Are they brother and sister? Anyone? No?
No, they're they and them.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's. Yeah, because what's been CinemaCon's been going on this week. Jason Momoa rides onto the hashtag CinemaCon stage on Lobo Space Hog for Supergirl.
That looks like absolute shit. What is that thing? He's riding a giant sex toy onto stage here. What's going on?
Skull on it.
Would be surprised if it was deliberate.
Well, that's another thing they're trying to pull to save the movie, but I suspect that he is going to, let's just say he's going to get faced down by the girl boss in this movie. I just don't see him being able to be the Lobo that we know. And Lobo is a fun DC character, but he's not something that the normies are very familiar with.
But he can't be the Lobo in the comics, because the Lobo in the comics is really violent and very adult. So to put him in a Supergirl film doesn't make any sense.
It's true. They're going to completely demasculate him, and it'll be called Labio.
Good one, Sulaja. They're giving him a lobotomy.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Right. Lobotomy.
Yeah, and you say Jason Momoa only ever plays Jason Momoa, but you know what? It's fine. That's okay. That's who we want to see. You know, it works most of the time as long as he picks the right roles.
And he's not allowed to smoke cigars either in this. He's smoking. I don't know what the hell he's smoking in this thing. He's not allowed to swear. He's not to say frack. He's not allowed to say things like that. He's not allowed to be really violent. That's Lobo. If you take all that stuff, it's like taking the whole the masculinity away from James Bond. It just doesn't work. If you take all the violence away from Lobo, sorry, go ahead, mate.
He doesn't smoke cigars. He smokes dick.
The beef. He smokes the beef, apparently. Shall we? Who saw this then? What the trades have reported for Adria Arona's role in Man of Tomorrow. Variety says Maxima. Deadline Maxima. Hollywood Reporter unconfirmed. The Wrap unconfirmed.
This is when. Yeah, but this is when Gunn came out and said they were all full of shit. Why are they reporting so bullshit, incorrect information? And then a week later it comes out, oh, no, they were actually right. James Gunn needs to shut up and stay off of social media.
Evening, Slayers. Good evening.
I suspect, though...
Yeah, who's Maxima?
Yeah, I suspect she's actually going to be Wonder Woman, and they are sneaking her in this way. Yeah.
Who's there a magazine called Maxima?
Oh, there is. Yeah. Oh, that's Maxim. That's Maxim.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know, if they do get someone that's really sexy to play Wonder Woman, that's probably going to be the only thing worth watching, I guess. But I don't think they are. They'll probably get someone who looks masculine.
Who's interested?
Listen, she's incredibly hot, but they really uglied her up a lot for Andor, and she doesn't look as good as she normally looks. They'll do the same to Wonder Woman, no matter who they cast.
That was probably for or they dulled her down to Kathleen Kennedy's specifications, probably.
Yeah.
Again, it's called the Man of Tomorrow. Are they referring to Superman? See, that's the question. Is it going to be Superman, or is it going to be an ensemble including?
It's not going to be Superman's movie. You already know this. They're already just packing it full of other heroes already. But the Supergirl movie is likely to be about Supergirl.
That's what I'm saying. So a Supergirl could have her own movie with just her and one character, and Superman. How many characters do they have in his film? It's like they didn't like Superman at all. He didn't like him. He doesn't like him.
There you go, Woody. Reg. Lex will be the Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Woe Man of Tomorrow.
I hated that film, Superman. I hated it.
Well, you saw it 5 times.
Absolute shit of a film. It really
garbage.
Is.
Absolute garbage.
I know a few people that actually liked it, crazily enough. I haven't seen it myself, so I can't.
James Gunn.
It was Jeff from Bullshit who really liked it.
Who?
But that's is he a YouTuber?
Yeah, world class bullshitters.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
On 1 hour.
Mm.
And a couple of other people I know as well. But...
Nobody's perfect. No one's perfect.
Okay. Don't know. We're still in the kind of DCU. Charles Dance is in talks to star in Batman 2. He would be playing Harvey Dent's father. Oh, okay, so it's all about Harvey Dent then, yes.
Why they're making Batman 2? The first one was absolute shit.
Dance, Lord of the Dance.
Well, I love Charles Dance. He's amazing, but I don't really care a whole lot about who Two-Face's father is. Like, and the other thing is they only extended Gunn's contract for 1 year. We don't really even know what's going to be happening in DC now. They might just... They're a mess. It's very chaotic over there.
DC's not had a good time at it, have they? They started off trying to beat Marvel and they failed.
And they shouldn't have done.
And
they should.
Their whole universe got cut, and now James Gunn's taken over. And looks like the whole universe, his whole universe going to cut as well.
They should have just done their own thing, and it would have been fine by now.
Yeah, exactly.
But they were just too busy chasing Marvel.
And that's what they hired Gunn to do. Remember, he's like, we're going to start off with our foundational heroes. We're not going to start filming unless we have a script. We're not going to rush into the shared universe. And the first thing we get, Creature Commandos. So, you should have had a Batman, a Superman, and a Wonder Woman movie and taken it from there. But no, he can't help himself. He has to do the Justice League Guardians of the Galaxy. He's really only got one movie in him. Yeah, he's got one movie that he just remakes every time.
Well, everybody knows that if you were given the gift of you in charge of the DC universe, the first thing you would do is make a Superman film, a solo Superman film. And the second thing you would do is make a solo Batman film. And the third thing you would do is make a solo Wonder Woman film, because those three are the heavy hitters of DC. But no, he didn't do that, did he?
No.
Well,
I rest my case.
They kind of, they did, but they just
changed
everybody. Changed everybody.
No, they didn't. He didn't do it. He's not doing a Batman film. He's done a Supergirl film before a Batman film. Everybody loves Batman. Why isn't he doing Batman, a solo Batman film? Why didn't he do a solo Superman film in the beginning? He didn't.
And their other big heroes, they have the Flash, they have the Lantern. Look at what they've done with Green Lantern. But the word is the most successful movie they had out of this lot has been the Batman. But Gunn doesn't like Matt Reeves. They don't get along, and he's been putting off the sequel. You notice they didn't even announce the Batman Part 2 until Superman performed well below expectations. Then suddenly we get an announcement, they're starting on the Batman to Part 2. It's chaos. It's all chaos.
There you go, folks. Punch for face, wrench, solid punch. Gun, like the Avatar, by the way. Gun equals Kurtzman.
He does. Totally. It's just I still look. Everything is wrong. Everything they've done, including the Zack universe, everything they've done with all the characters in DC has been utterly and completely wrong. They need to shut shop down, wait for a couple of years, start again. That's what they need to do.
Too late now, though, Ian.
It is too late.
Yeah, they've screwed the pooch.
I have a question, though. Does anybody have any sources at DC? Are they, as opposed to hiring people who are actually fans of the characters like they are over at Disney Marvel? If you're a fan of Star Wars or a fan of Marvel, they will not hire you over on that side. Does DC do the same thing?
I don't know.
There you go.
Sorry, go ahead. Go on.
No, go on, mate. Go on.
No, I'm just saying, I do know, as I said, I've got a couple of contacts in LA that everything is tainted with this agenda.
Woke.
Everything. There is nothing that's not tainted by the agenda. If you think that One Piece is not touched by, the only thing that's not touched by the agenda is Angel Studios. That's the only thing that's not touched by it, and that's that.
And that's that. Who's Angel Studios?
Angel Studios. They did the one with Jim Caviezel's, with the kidnapping children and stuff. You remember that film? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, they are the faith-based studio in the United States.
Right, yeah, okay, I know the one. Okay, here you go, make a Spider-Man wrench. Do her out, cheers, my friend. Fave Greek myths and why?
What? I don't know any. Tony Curtis film.
Well, I've always been partial to the Iliad and the Odyssey, and it looks like that's about to get reamed right up the wazoo. So,
anybody else?
Ulysses.
The cartoon.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's mine as well. Ian?
I don't know any. I'm not a big fan of Greek stuff, apart from the Jason and the Argonauts and stuff like that. It's the only thing that I know. Ulysses I never read. I don't know. I know about the wooden horse. That's all I know. That's it.
The Iliad. But so you're not like a fan of Perseus, Clash of the Titans, the stories of Hercules? Okay.
Well, as I said, the only Clash of the Titans I know is the the Harryhausen version. That's all I know.
Okay, fave Tony Curtis film.
Tony Curtis. My favorite is
Some Like It Hot.
Yes, absolutely. Some Like It Hot is absolutely brilliant.
Swaffers.
That's what I was going to say.
I like him in The Persuaders, which is a TV series.
It's not a film though, yeah. What films has he been in though? What's that one where he plays the press guy? I can't remember. That was great as well. What was it called? The one with Burt Lancaster as well. Anyone in the chat? That was a great movie.
What was the movie? What was the movie? What was a bit like Wacky Races?
Mad World, was it?
No, it's it was like a road race.
Yeah, Ian, you're talking about Sweet Smell of Success, right?
Yes, I like that film. I only seen it once. That's why it's great. Yeah,
and then the Defiant Ones is magnificent. I think he won an Oscar or got nominated.
There you go, Spartacus.
You're talking about Cannonball Run or something like that.
Yeah, no, The Great Race. That's what you're thinking of.
No, it was is it
the Jack
around
Lemmon?
More than 80 days? No, it's like late 60s.
Yeah, The Great Race, 1965 with Jack Lemmon.
Is that the one where the big pie?
Yeah, this is it. Thank you. Monte Carlo or bust. Yeah, that's the one.
Which one was that? There was anybody remember the big pie fight where he kept avoiding getting hit by a pie and everybody was getting hit by pies?
We talked about that one before.
Greg's. Greg's. that's sausage rolls, mate.
I think The Great Race had the pies in it.
All right, that was
funny. Blake Edwards. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a super chat. Here we go. Stitch the Elder, $5. Thank you, my friend. I'm just helping out Bruin to achieve his super chat goal. Thank you, my friend. I have nothing useful to offer the discussion. DC and Marvel are both spooked.
Well, that's useful.
They are.
Well, they will make money, and not. The thing is, though, they're not going to go away soon. Even if these films are flops, they're not going to go away. They're still going to be there because they've been helped by, I don't know, BlackRock and all these people that want to push this agenda. They've been helped by them. Millions, trillions they've got. So,
yeah, but what do you mean by make money? The studio is $50 billion in debt. Disney is like $63 billion in debt. Like, when you say make money, I'm not sure what you mean. These companies
make a little bit of
not
money.
Running profitably. Yeah, well.
Yeah, but make a little bit of money out of their doomsday and wherever DC's going to cough up or whatever. They're going to make a little bit of money, but they're not going to make their money back. But they seem to be operating like that, for the last, 10 years?
Yeah, so, but when you say that, that's like if I spend more at the store than I make, I'm not making a little bit of money. I'm actually losing money. These companies are losing money.
Yeah, but Esther, you're using common sense to work this out. There is no common sense in what they're doing at all.
Yeah,
they're just crazy. That's it.
it's the only sense I've got. But I understand that certain people are profiting off of what is an overall loss to the company and the shareholder.
Okay. I'm sure I did this earlier, didn't I? Gregory Lieber, $2. Elliot Page's Dickie Pride. I did that, didn't I?
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, Elliot Page.
Yeah, you said it.
Okay. Shall we move on then? Who saw this? Warner Bros. Confirms Bradley Cooper will direct the Ocean's 11 prequel movie opening in theaters 062527. Cooper is also writing and directing.
Yeah, but who's going to be in it though?
Has he written anything before?
Yeah, he's just written stuff.
Okay.
He wrote
Star is Born, wasn't it? Or
Star is Born. Yeah, he wrote Star is Born. I was going to say, who's going to be in it though?
What?
Yeah, who's going to be in it? Anyone?
What's the face? A name eludes me at the moment. I'm old.
Well, that's Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie's in it. Yeah.
Because,
she's in it. Yeah.
But is it going to be another female version of Ocean's 11? Ocean's 11 was.
Yeah, I think so.
It was all men. It was a men's brand. It was about being cool and everything.
It was.
Oh no! Don't look. You know what, Bradley? If you're going to suck up to the woke agenda, you might as well just go away. Do you know what I mean? Just go away.
Okay, but he really didn't write A Star Is Born because that story's been around since the 40s.
I know he probably kind of added his modern twist to it.
Well, yes.
Yeah, so another actor who claims or thinks they're somehow magically a writer now, like where's that coming from?
No, I actually think Bradley Cooper's very, 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 very talented.
Yeah, so do I.
He did a great job on A Star Is Born, and I've seen other stuff that he's been in, and other stuff that. What was the last film he did? That one that was based on what's his name? The British comedian's life. That was really good. That one. So he is talented. No, what was it called?
Okay.
The one where who's the comedian? Oh, the Liverpoolian comedian, Ian.
John Bishop.
John Bishop's life. There was a film, I can't remember what it was called. It was based on John Bishop's life. He directed that and he co-wrote that. And it's he's quite talented, man. I think he's very talented.
It's just the way they're awkwardly phrasing it, he will be directing it and he is writing and directing. But
we're trying to sell him, aren't we?
It's not like they're talking like a really famous writer that people are excited to see what he's going to do next. They're sort of holding him up. He doesn't have that many writing credits or that many successes to his name. So I'm just a little confused at why this is supposed to excite anybody.
It's variety, isn't it? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to sell him, aren't they? So
yeah. And is anybody buying?
I wish him luck. I wish him luck.
They're just latching on to stuff that nobody gives a fuck about.
And also, who's going to be watching Ocean's 11? Who's going to be watching it?
I still haven't seen Ocean's 10 yet. Or 9.
Yeah, how many heist movies in Vegas, can the market really support?
The first one was really good. It was very smooth, and everybody, did their part, and it really worked really well. Because I saw the original with Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis and stuff, and it was very much a homage to that version. So, and then they made the woman version, and that was shit. You see the woman version with Sandra Bullock? It was absolute nonsense. It really was. I was like, wow. So
this is both a reboot and a sequel. A remake. Wow, we got all three in one.
There you go. So nobody will be happy then. Okay, let's. I'm gonna have to reset my mic a minute. Let's persevere. Okay. Project Hail Mary will not be streaming anytime soon and is extending its run in movie theaters after grossing 517 million and counting worldwide. MGM is extending the exclusive theatrical window for Project Hail Mary, so it won't be streaming anytime soon. This is a movie that needs to be seen on a big screen, and with a full return to IMAX screens for 1 week, only starting this weekend. Make plans to see it in the theatre now. Bring friends and loved ones. It's an experience to share with others.
Yeah, as of today, it's 573 million worldwide.
Okay, I'm resetting mic, so please fill, folks.
I don't know. I mean, I saw it in IMAX, and you know what? It wouldn't make no difference if I saw it in normal vision. Something about this film that doesn't look spectacular. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you reckon, Mister?
I think there's certain scenes in this film that are gorgeous in terms of cinematography. I am not a fan of the production design. I'm not a fan of what they did with the ships and how they made everything look sort of almost all of the arid stuff is sort of bio-organic and primitive. Really, it looks like your hieroglyphics tablets or something instead of high-tech stuff.
It was okay for the majority of it. It just needed the outer spacecraft scenes to look very kind of 2001 or 2010-esque.
Yeah. There's a lot of movement.
Models,
it always shows the ship sort of spinning around in a direction that it wouldn't be traveling. It almost looks out of control, and it's not really following the natural Newtonian motion that a ship like that would have. That being said, the movie's fantastic, and I've really enjoyed it.
John Evans, hands down, best movie of the year so far.
There's one bit.
I agree.
There's one bit in IMAX that looked spectacular when he walks out and he sees the planet, and it's like a big coffee cup where it's like a little chocolate moving around, but it was green, and that was the only bit. But rest of it, as I said, it doesn't show you the beauty of the ship or anything. And then when the alien ship appeared, it was all brown and sticky. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I'm not a fan of that. The medium rough circle planet. I just I love that. But some of those scenes and the way that they photograph the exteriors with the harsh specular shadows, like when the probes were launching, that was gorgeous. The planetary scenes and some of the scenes where they're actually in the Petrova line. But like I said, I'm not a fan of that, but it didn't hurt my enjoyment of the movie, which is fantastic. I can't think of any movie this year that's come close to this. And the fact is, the proof is in the numbers. And so, okay, maybe you didn't need to see it in IMAX, but it's still worth seeing in the theater. It's still worth not waiting for streaming. And everybody thinks so because it's still making money now. How long has it been out? Over a month now. And it's still cranking in the money at the box office. That shows they did something right.
This is going to make this fella here one of the biggest box office draws then, isn't it?
Well, he is anyway, really.
Yeah.
After this,
listen,
people are going to want to see what his next film is, aren't they?
The only downside to that, I think this might save the Starfighter movie, which was headed for another flop, but his star power might actually pull that out of the gutter.
Here you go, Elder Forest numbers. I thought it was garbage, especially the goofy baby alien with the cutesy music.
Again, right. The reason why the ships look so fucking shit porn in 2010 and 2001 and even Star Wars is because there were models, and you couldn't make the models spin like you could in this film because it wasn't made in a computer. It was a physical thing. So when they were shooting the effects, they'd have to move the camera so the ship there was only certain things they can do with the ship. So in other words, you're lingering on the ship and it looks fucking awesome. But with this, because you're in a computer and you can make it spin around, you can make it do anything you want, you're never going to see the beauty of the thing. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm highly irritated at the excess of camera movement in almost everything these days. You hardly ever see a shot now where the camera is still and you can just take in the beauty of the scene. it's always moving or panning or spinning around, and it's just dizzying. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm old, but like slow the camera down and let me see what's going on. And you never get a good sense of the ship in this film. I never get a good sense of the environment where this stuff is happening. And the reason I know is because I've read the book several times. And that sort of has allowed me to fill in the blanks that the movie is not filling in for me.
Here you go, folks. Suliu wrenched. I prefer hard sci-fi. This sounds goofy.
Another thing is that the reason why what you're talking about is composing shots, right? So when you watch this film, there's no old school is about taking the whole frame and composing the shot, so the shot looks like it's a still frame, and the still frame is filled with everything from left to right to up to down. But with this film, because things are moving all the time, you don't get a chance to see the beauty of the frame. Like inside the ship, that shot there, I couldn't tell you what that thing looked like. I only saw the chair and him climbing up and other stuff as well. But you never saw it in full frame. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because in the old days, they used to shoot that way, but they don't shoot that way anymore. And they're shooting too fast. That's why it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I want to ask Sulajo about that comment. Dude, this movie is as hard sci-fi as it gets. What are you talking about? You prefer hard sci-fi. This is hard sci-fi as sci-fi gets.
Yeah, but it's goofy sci-fi, isn't it?
That's got fluffy edges for the comic.
Yeah, and I'm already on record saying I didn't like the slapstick elements they added.
Too much.
I think they made him a little too jokey and the butt of too many jokes. But all that taken into account, overall, man, the movie is still fantastic.
Esther thinks it's amazing.
Yes, it was fun. It was uplifting. It was heroic, and it's absolutely not woke.
Professor R2 Rage was about this movie was good. It's fun and it's not woke. Yeah,
it's not woke. Not woke at all.
If you've not watched it, folks, take the opportunity to take advantage of the extended period that it's on the big screen. It's worth your time, folks. If you could get it. 2-for-1 tickets, take somebody with you, take your friend,
It's a shame.
Enjoy the communal experience, folks. It's worth your time. Ian?
Because woke did spoil it a bit for me, actually, because I know this is in the book. I just hated his character, how weak he was. I really wanted to step into that frame and slap his head. And say,
yeah, but he didn't end up weak. That's the point. He started out weak and he became a hero. He found his inner masculinity, his inner heroism, and he ends up victorious. You have to have character growth. You can't start off perfect. He started off as a coward, and he ended up saving 2 planets.
He did grow, yes, but he still was a weak little shit.
No, I'm going to pick up.
He was a weak little shit. That's what he was.
He saved all the planets.
Yeah. Well,
not just 2, but all of them.
He got to that planet, and they made him a whole bit, didn't they?
Anyway,
like
we're getting bogged down anyway.
But listen, this is a story. He is a reluctant hero, and this is a story of heroism and overcoming your own personal defects and flaws. And I don't think there's anything as inspiring as that. He reached deep down into himself and found that, yes, he saw a coward, but he found the strength to overcome that and save the person that he cared about, to save his friend, to save his people.
Wacky.
What is more fucking heroic than that?
Okay. Also helps if you've got a German bird giving you props. But anyway, let's...
She's from the Netherlands.
Sidestep.
What's this?
Hollywood baffled by successive movie that. I'll start again. Hollywood baffled by the successive movie made to entertain people.
I love this.
No, who says this?
Still Hollywood Babylon B, isn't it?
Yeah,
Babylon B. Who the hell is that?
It's kind of like a take the piss. It's a take the piss type.
All right, they know.
Yeah. Babylon B.
They know
take
why
the
it's
piss.
success.
Yeah.
But what they'll do is they'll triple down on the next film with the woke. That's what they'll do. Because that's what they want.
Well, at this point, there's not really. He's thinking about a sequel, but he doesn't really have anything specific in mind. He didn't write it with the intention of writing a sequel.
Cartoon Man numbers eventually, mate. It's a parody site.
But in this case, the humor is in the fact that this is really happening. It's true. They are somewhat baffled. And the movie's been successful. That's why it's funny.
Swappers, have you watched it yet?
No, still can't get to the cinema to see it. So it's probably going to be download for me.
Drink, everybody. Cat's fired up.
If you started walking now, Swappers, you'd probably make it to the cinema by tomorrow.
Drink, everybody. The cats. The cats.
Oh, meow.
The cat has fired up, everybody. Let's move on then. Oh, here we go. Denis Villeneuve says, says June, or is it Dune Part 3 is for the fans. He originally planned to wait a few more years before making the third film, but the passion of the fans convinced him to do it sooner.
That's a load of bollocks. Like, yeah, these movies did good, but people stopped talking about them the moment they went away. There's not this. There's not that he ends the movies on cliffhangers, but there's not this huge demand for his Dune films. And honestly, I'm not sure. He's so far off the books now. I have no idea where he's going to go with this next one. I originally planned to make it a few more years, but I need the money now, so we're going to do it now.
He probably knew that he was having Bond on the horizon, so okay, I better do it before Bond, or I'll never do it. That's why it's been.
I think if he waited much longer, nobody would give a shit, honestly.
Did you hear that the Bond thing? Basically, Barbara Broccoli, because Barbara Broccoli's still involved with Bond, and she has a say in the top as well.
Oh,
so
really?
Barbara Broccoli wants Aaron Taylor to play Bond, and the other half of Amazon wants that other fella with the big ears to play Bond.
Dumbo.
And now they're locked in a deadlock, and Barbara Broccoli left the room and said "fuck you all" and left the room. So now they can't move forward unless they agree.
So she's done something right for once.
Wait, I thought the whole point of her paying all that money was to get her out of there. And
No. That's been debunked. So basically, she got paid all that money, of course, but she still has a seat at the table, so to speak. So there you go.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, so
even though they killed Bond, and it doesn't really matter. But
yeah. I don't think it matters who plays Bond.
You know the one I'm talking about that they want. Do you know the one that I'm talking about?
Yeah. The tall guy with the big ears. The one from that Margot Robbie movie that they.
That's it.
Yeah. What's it called? Chat Help Us Out. What's it called? Chat Help Us Out.
Yeah, the Pride and Prejudice movie.
We've forgotten his name.
Yeah, because I never cared enough.
He doesn't look like Bond at all, in my opinion.
There you go, really Gavin Unit 1. Oh, Gavin, which was what I ate broccoli.
Especially with peas. Yeah.
And
I don't know. But this is what I've heard.
Heathcliff?
I don't know if it's true, but we'll see. Yeah, is it Aaron Taylor play Heathcliff, or was it the other fella? I can't remember.
No. He's got a silly sort of sounding name. It's
Amelia spot on here, wrenched. It doesn't matter who plays Bond because they're not writing a Bond character.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I started to say. It doesn't matter who's going to play him because the movie's going to suck. Jacob Elordi, thank you.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't. We're not in a world where it's okay to make a real Bond movie anymore. So get Bella Ramsey to play Bond for all I care, because it's not going to make any difference.
Because
actually, I might go see that.
He said that whatever his name is. He said that he's going to reinvent James Bond, and we all know what that means.
Teenage, fucking young Bond. Here goes. Side effect numbers legend wrenched. Oh mate, I hate broccoli. I broke my tooth on a bit last week. True story. What?
How do you break your tooth?
I hate it. Shit when that happens. Teeth
must be hard.
Awful. Here got super. Here go. Alonzo Mosley wrenched $5. Thank you, agent. Towards the goal. Thank you, my friend. Midnight Run is free to view on YouTube. Anybody seen it?
No. I mean, I've seen the movie. I didn't see that it was free, but
it's free to watch. Midnight Run.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Everybody should watch that.
It's a fantastic movie. Okay, cheers, agent. Okay, shall we? As I said, Dune Part 2. Was it June Part 2? It just seemed like they didn't have enough money to film the last scene of, the big action. And it just it just lost it for me there. The big battle at the end that we were all wanting. And they just didn't seem to shoot it.
And they left out so many of the important parts, like the whole battle for the spice, the Spacing Guild, the whole politics of the universe that made the story rich. All of that's gone. It's just sort of, it's Dune for dummies. Sorry to say.
There you go. We got a follow-up. Side effect numbers legend wrenched. I hadn't cooked the broccoli. Does help. Steamed. I had a manky tooth and a boom. 250 quid at the dentist.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. He sums it up nicely. They screwed up the story, and a third movie is not going to be able to fix it.
Anyway, let's move on then. I'll probably go. I think everybody will go watch it purely because they've seen the other two, but it will be diminishing returns.
I won't.
With the
I won't.
The first one was really good.
No, it wasn't. It was slow. It was boring. Slow. Boring. I read the book.
Yeah, but I still enjoyed it.
No, I didn't.
You can enjoy a slow, boring film. You?
10 minutes in, when they cut out the line, "I've never seen a woman child endure this much," I knew we were fucked.
Okay. I will just say goodnight, Ardent Party. Okay.
No, it's...
Speaking of fucked, here you go. Wonka 2 will reportedly begin filming in late August.
First one was... I was forced to see the first one. It was all right.
Enough of that. Yeah. Terminator 2 Judgment Day is returning to theatres for its 35th anniversary.
What? 35th? Who celebrates the 35th?
I don't know. But
it's either 40, 50. What's 35th?
Is the fact? Los Angeles 2029.
Oh. This is only good for the movie theaters, though. Like, this is great. Generations who never had a chance. What?
It's like they want to put anything in the cinema now.
I'd watch Terminator 2.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, Ian. Put in any old movies, bring them back. Absolutely, give people a chance.
As long as it's the special edition.
Is this version the one where when he jumps on his bike and they what does it put Arnie's face in, the stuntman?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do a roasted Terminator 2 at some point. Yeah, we should do that.
I like Terminator 2. It was good. It's a good
great movie. Swappers, you're a fan of T2, yes? You'd go watch this special edition at the cinema. I would.
Well, yeah, but I own it, so not that much reason for me to spend money to travel for ages.
Yeah, but on a nice big laser screen, laser projection.
Yeah, but I've got a big LED TV at home, so.
I think the first time I saw this, it was on a shitty old screen back in there.
Yeah, if they had real balls, they would have re-released this in 2029 AD.
on Judgment Day, on the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would have been
good. Maybe they will.
Yeah, that's true. They still have a chance. I have no idea how this will do, but I know a lot of people who've never had a chance to see this at the cinema.
Is this true?
Be great.
Side effect numbers a legend wrenched. Edward Furlong's balls dropped all through the film.
Did it? How do you know?
Don't know. Anyway, okay. Let's move on. Do you agree Death Proof is Quentin Tarantino's worst movie? QT says Death Proof is the worst film he ever made.
He's been really slagging people off recently, hasn't he? Because he knows there's no future in making films for the cinema anymore. So he's going to do a theatre play soon. He's writing a theatre play, but he's been slagging people off left, right, and centre, from actors to directors to producers. He just doesn't give a shit anymore. He's just slagging people off.
Here you go, Son and Storm Wrench. No, I enjoyed Death Proof.
I hate Death Proof. It was rubbish.
I detested it.
Yeah, I think Melvin would say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his movie, but
I do think he's very talented, though. It's a shame that everything is going down the pan with great movie directors and great writers and stuff. He is very, very talented. He's a very talented director.
See, Hollywood no longer puts a value on the things that he brings to the table, and that's a shame.
It's a shame.
It was boring. It was boring.
I'll tell you what else. I'll tell you what else was boring that he did was, do you remember Pulp Fiction? I love Pulp Fiction, but the story with Bruce Willis, when that started, 30 minutes in was just pure talking, and I got bored with that segment.
Well, I know, but that was that's his style, and I could appreciate it for it was.
It was too much.
I know. But you're just there to experience the moments, enjoy the moments. Yeah.
Yeah, and the watch scene was all talking, but I love that. So,
no, that was funny. That was funny with Chris Walken. That was hilarious.
It was. And the way he filmed that, using ultra wide shots and a kind of a surreal composition. I mean, I don't know if people truly appreciate the depths that he goes to in his filmmaking. I think it's stuff like that gets overlooked now.
Did you hear what Clint Eastwood said about him? He was on the jury for when they won the Palme d'Or, when Pulp Fiction won the Palme d'Or, and he said they watched all these films, and that they was like, oh yeah, we should. Everybody agreed to one film. He wouldn't say what film it was, and the last film to watch was Pulp Fiction, and Clint Eastwood said it was so different, and it was so divorced from anything they've seen. Everybody agreed they had to give it to this film. There was no choice. They had to give it to Pulp Fiction. Yeah, and that's it.
And there was bumming in it as well. Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on then?
I need to point out that there is not just bumming in the movie, but it's bumming with a prize at the end.
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, I'm going to do my best to read this, folks, so bear with me. Masters of the Universe Tila actress Camila Mendez claims her character is deeply affected by toxic masculinity. It's hard to talk about Tila without talking about her relationship to her father, because I feel like so much of who she is has to do with how she was, I guess, let down as a kid, and I feel like that really built this outer wall around her that's sort of like shielding this inner sensitivity. She's affected by toxic masculinity just as much as the men in the film. What? And I think she's sort of adopted masculinity to protect herself in this very masculine world. It's how she survives. She's in survival mode, and she has been for a very long time. What?
Yeah, this is fucking He-Man, not Citizen Kane, bitch. Get a grip. Look, this is the Saturday morning cartoon movie. Your character's not that fucking deep.
Swappers, you're into He-Man.
Not anymore. I'm not. No.
You were going to say that?
Yeah, they should just all shut their mouths. If they want to keep the prospective audience for this film before it releases, they need to all shut the fuck up. But it's too late. I think too many people have got wise.
Has this killed it?
Well, I mean, people are just so aware of crap being put in everything now, aren't they? There's probably people that were on the fence have now fallen off it and are not going to go in the direction of this film. Too many people were burnt by the Netflix thing. I think that they're just too many people are wary of crap being released under the guise of their favorite franchises in cinemas and then being disappointed when they see it. So if there's anyone that's not, the oblivious normies, then there's only a few of them left. And by constantly spouting shit like this, is just going to turn more and more people off. So good luck to them with this film, but I don't think it's going to make much money.
Yeah, tell us you don't know shit about the source material without actually coming out and saying you don't know shit about the source material.
Is it Snow White again?
They said that Skeletor is toxic masculinity in this film. I saw Dave Cullen Dave Cullen did a video on it, and Dave Cullen was saying that this film doesn't look good after everything they've said in the press. Yeah. And also, right, is she meant to be a red hair, or is she in the film? I don't know. She doesn't look anything like the character at all, and they changed the costume as well, which is kind of a bit crap, really. And the guy who plays He-Man, he looks a bit soft,
small,
doesn't he?
Yeah, when they showed the trailer, it looked like a low-budget version of Thor, and I might have been down for that. But after everything else I've heard,
has anybody heard of chain smokers? Is it Side Effects? The song Chain Smokers.
Oh, never heard of
it. Afterwards, folks, after the stream, Chain Smokers, I think it's Side Effects. There's a dancer on the video, and that's this girl. Because I thought, I've seen this person before. Yeah, the dancer.
Do you reckon they get told to say these things? So like they're given a mission. All right, we've made this film. I want you to talk about masculinity, toxic. So anytime you get press in front of you, talk about that. Do you reckon they're told? Because surely everyone in Hollywood can't be of the same drumbeat. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, these aren't her words. Definitely somebody put these words in her mouth. But, look at Rachel Zegler. The studio flew out and begged her to shut up. So not everybody is telling her to say these things, but somebody is. It was just like the Millie Alcock thing. She was reading from a cue card because that's not how she talks. She doesn't have that vocabulary. These are all sounding like it's a page from the same book, and it's not their book. If you hear her talk, these aren't her words. You can tell that obviously.
I think it's 50-50 on this one at the moment, folks.
And I forget where I heard this, but somebody came up and said, particularly with actresses, a lot of their actress friends are really trying to sabotage them to make it easier for them to get roles. So they're like, oh yeah, get up there and say this. You go, girl, power. Like, don't be part of the patriarchy, and it sort of puts them out of the running for roles that they would like to get.
Here you go, Real John Evans. Now Zegler is left doing theatre plays. It looks like Camilla Mendez will be doing pop videos again.
Well, it depends on how successful the film is, I guess.
Listen, if it does great, I will come back and say I'm wrong, but I don't see this being any kind of success at all.
Okay. Plus, He-Man needed to do more roids and training, but there you go. Yes.
No, thank you.
New poster art for Mandalorian and Grogu.
Again, we said this last week. It has not been advertised a lot, this film, at all.
Yeah, because Disney pulled back on the marketing after they sort of decided that they had another loser on their hands and they didn't want to spend any more money on it.
Yeah,
so they pulled back.
It's got AT-ATs in it.
Yeah, for the opening scene, and then yeah, it might bring a couple people in, but I don't think it's going to make the difference between success and failure.
It's all doom and gloom, folks.
Well, there's not much what we can say about it, can it? What else can we say about this at all? There's nothing.
I can say one thing is don't use the Yoda music for this little shit. That really pissed me off.
Yeah, there was a new trailer out this week which didn't add anything new to the table.
Yeah, this isn't a character. He is a gimmick. Baby Yoda is a MacGuffin, and they're acting like he's the character that we've all come to grow and know and love. He's a rat.
Sword and Storm Wrench. Grogu is 50. What the fuck? Can't he speak? Well, I'm 57 and I can't fucking speak, so there you go.
Fair point.
Yeah. Well, they age differently. They age differently to humans, don't they? A 50 is probably just 6 years old. Do you know what I mean? So, or even 4.
Yeah, I got news. 6-year-olds can talk. 4-year-olds can talk. The fact is that a species that took that long to become independent probably wouldn't have survived.
There's a reason why he can't talk at 50 plus years old is because he's fucking retarded.
There you go. Punchable. See, punchable nose. Here you go. There you go.
Yeah. Is there anything in the Star Wars legendarium, or I shouldn't have used that word. Is there anything in the Star Wars canon that talks about the life cycle of Yoda's species? Like,
not that I know of.
No.
And I'm sure when they made Yoda 800, they didn't intend to mean that it took him 100 years to hit puberty.
Did you see the Boyega, whatever his name is, quotes today? No, Ian, you haven't got that lined up, have you?
No, I think we're done with Boyega because
Boyega.
Everybody was on his side, and he's just so desperate for work. He just whatever.
No. This time he's saying the right things. This time.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what did he say?
Yeah. He's going back after calling us all racists. He's come back and now he's on our side again. I got to point out Cider Feet's comment up there. It's too about 6-year-olds talking.
Oh, Cider, behave.
He basically criticized the sequels to Star Wars and said everything that we've been saying, like, Han shouldn't have died, and the 3 should have got together and all that stuff.
Drink, everybody.
Yeah, I noticed he didn't apologize for calling us all racists for not liking those same shitty movies that he doesn't like now. Yeah.
Drink, everybody. Okay, let's. It's a side. That. Disney hoped new Star Wars trilogy would erase the original, says former employee. Yeah, because a lot of Disney people have been fired this week, and they're just
no shit.
They're just firing both barrels, aren't they now?
Yeah, that was about as much of a secret as Eric Swalwell's history was. Like but it's still nice to hear somebody come out and confirm it. It just shows you how deluded they are when they look at those movies and think, oh yeah, people will love this more than the original.
It's a shame, really, because they could have had their cake and eat it as well if they did it right. If they had the 3 in there and and they did it right, and then the Daisy character could have been the main star of the next Star Wars films moving forward, but they didn't. They basically went out their way to destroy the characters that we loved and to destroy the whole saga because of this stupid girls brand that they're trying to change a boys brand into, and it hasn't worked. But they don't care. They really don't give a shit. They're going to carry on doing what they're doing, aren't they, Disney? So shame, really.
Swap, is there anything to add, mate?
I think someone this week said something about the parks as well, or something again we already knew. But it was something to do with Bob Iger was either had a green worm tongue in his ear, or he knew himself anyway. But someone said partway through developing Galaxy's Edge, oh no, you should just get rid of all the sequel trilogy stuff and just
we'll get to that in a minute.
Form it around all the new movies, because no one's going to care about the old stuff. And he decided to believe them because he thought they couldn't fail.
Okay, let's see what's next then. Disney raises sequel trilogy from Star Wars Spirit Jerseys line. I don't know what this is.
It's clothing.
Oh, okay.
So they basically removed the 3 jackets that go to each of the sequel movies.
Okay, right. Let's. Okay. Disneyland unveiled its new Han Solo at #Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and not all fans are satisfied with his new look. Mayor, he's no Harrison Ford.
They couldn't cast someone better than that. Seriously.
Is it Anthony Gruber? What's he doing these days?
Exactly.
Galaxy's Edge.
Listen, I don't want to dog the guy too much, man. You know, he's probably super excited for this job. You know, they're not paying him shit. The idea, Disney started this with people dressed as animated characters. And so, like, just the idea that you can do this with live action, I think, is inherently flawed. But the guy would make a good Malcolm Reynolds, I think, if they ever did Firefly Land. But, like, I don't want to dog on him too much. It's not his fault. And of course he's no Harrison Ford. Even Harrison Ford isn't Harrison Ford anymore. It's got to be very difficult to find convincing lookalikes for these people. But don't they have companies in California that do nothing but you can hire a lookalike, celebrity lookalike for birthday parties and stuff? I think if they were willing to pay a little more, maybe they could have got somebody a lot closer.
Perhaps he has to be, is it 25% different?
No, they own it.
75% different, more like.
There is more than 25 here. But again, I don't want to fault this guy much. I mean, imagine how psyched he was. He knows whose shoes he's stepping into. Yep. He's got to know he's going to take some guff over it.
So there you go. After this, Manuel Grell numbers wrenched, or Manuel Anthony Gruber. Yeah, there you go.
He's not even.
Sorry, go ahead, go on.
He's not even the worst one of the 3 that they've cast.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that.
Okay, let's do sidestep then. Okay. Han Solo will be a walk-around character at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland Park starting April 29.
Either he's really tall or Chewbacca's really short.
Yeah, exactly. Chewie's short.
Is Chewbacca nude there?
Look at that face on the Chewbacca, though. If you zoom in on there, man, that looks way worse than the guy doing Han Solo.
That looks like something from the holiday special.
I was going to say
they decided to now have the main characters from Star Wars.
Why? What's changed?
Because it's not making any fucking money. That's why. That's why they're introducing them. So, and KK's left.
Flavius.
Is she?
Flavius.
So they've been told.
Flavius, you say?
Yeah. See, this is actually Lumpy from the holiday special, all grown up.
I think you're right.
Flavius X wrenched. Will spot. Chewie used his GHDs today. That's hair straighteners, everyone. Hair straighteners on beards are amazing, by the way. Okay, shall we?
I have a question for the Leia one. A serious question.
Disney gonna remake the original Star Wars trilogy once they get desperate enough, aren't they?
Well, that's a question. That's not a statement, is it?
Yeah. So I want to ask this woman playing Princess Leia. Did they tell you to have that bitchy expression on your face all the time, or was that your idea?
That's not Leia. That's the ugly Shrek.
Luke, look at Luke. He's even got blonde hair. He's got dark hair. What the hell?
Yeah.
They're deliberately doing this. Yeah, they're deliberately doing this, aren't they? So that people can talk about it.
The girl looks the less soy of the three of these, but
well, they've got R2D2 spot on.
Yeah, if you see her pictures though, she really does have that smug, bitchy girl boss expression in every single shot I've seen.
Talking about R2, I wonder if that stupid robot that rolls around, what was it called? BB-8. Did that sell as toys? Anybody?
Moderately, but it didn't even approach the success of the originals.
People just amazed by the how it works. Even Amelia Bedelia Wrench, they will never recreate the chemistry between Luke, Leia, and Han with any other actors.
And again, this is the Disney brand, but it just shows how other properties don't fit inside the sort of Disney architecture. This doesn't really work for the way Disney likes to do things, because this was never an original Disney property to begin with. These aren't princes and princesses. These aren't animated characters originally. So it's very hard to do this.
Wrenched. You can buy better costumes off of Amazon.
Just go to a Comic-Con and you'll see any number of people that look 100 times better than any of these people walking around and take a picture of them for free.
Yeah, and I'll remind you where this is. It's like 120 degrees in the shade for half of the year. This has got to be not really the most comfortable job you've ever had.
So they'll be earning their minimum wage. Okay, let's move on then. What are the swappers? What are these? I'm assuming these are additions from various years of the Star Wars toys.
Top is the original. Yeah, top is the original.
The ones at the top are 1978. The ones in the middle are 1994, I think, 1995. With the extreme 90s, they kind of beefed them all up a bit to look a bit more superheroic. And it kind of, no one really was that bothered at the time, but when you look back at them now, they just look ridiculous. And then you've got the more accurate, screen accurate ones at the bottom, which are far better. And that's the kind of the look they've all taken on since then.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting how the top two C-3POs have got gold legs though, and only the one at the bottom's got a silver leg. So that one's post Mandela effect at the bottom there.
Look at the muscles on Leia in the middle. Damn.
Yeah, that doesn't. We always used to joke that the 90s one looked like Fatima Whitbread.
That's one for the Brits, everybody. Shall we? It's probably more Star Wars, probably. Or maybe not.
No, that's the Prairie.
Yeah, there was a trailer for this. Who saw? Here's your first official look at Little House on the Prairie. Meet the Ingalls family, as they discover. Ingalls. Oh yeah, there you go. Ingalls family, as they discover what home really means. Little House on the Prairie, based on the beloved books, premieres July 9, only on Netflix.
Wait a moment. Is this the remake? Is this a remake?
Yeah, they are doing a remake.
Oh no, they're gonna make it so woke.
It does look woke, but
I'll remind you, this is a true story. This is the diary from Laura Ingalls chronicling their life from Wisconsin to Kansas and struggles with poverty, illness, and general frontier life. They're going to butcher this, and you can tell because the original source material is available.
Michael London was the one that actually made it work. He was so how should I put it? So much into God and stuff like that, and the old America and the wholesomeness of family and stuff like that, and that's why the show worked. But this, I don't know what they're going to do with this. I really don't.
And I wonder what Laura Ingalls Wilder's descendants are going to think about this, because they are still around.
Yeah.
They probably are the ones that sold the rights to Netflix, come to think of it.
This is going to be completely... This is going to be completely race swapped, isn't it? They're going to call it Crippled Dyke on the
It is. It is. It definitely is. When you watch the original show, it was a lot of fun. It was about the girls, especially when one of them got blind. It was, it was all about wholesome Christian stuff, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
we used to watch it growing up, and it was
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, we used to watch it on ITV
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon, maybe Thursday afternoon.
It was
70s,
a lot of
80s. Used to watch it.
Yeah, it was never really my thing genre-wise, but it was so authentic and so genuine in its portrayal of life. And I like Westerns, and they did a really good job of portraying, what life was really like back then. And of course, the authenticity is going to go out the window. That's the first thing they're going to draw.
True? It sounds true, actually. Amelia Bedelia, probably too young to realise what was going on when watching it. Range, by the way. There was murder, incest, and grape in the show. It wasn't completely bland. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. It was an authentic portrayal of life on the frontier. That's what I'm saying. And you're not going to get that now. We got Little Mosque on the
Easy.
Sorry, Z. Not Z.
Fuck's sake.
Okay. It's going to be a shame, really, because as I said, right, it was Michael London. He was quite powerful at the time when
Highway to Heaven.
TV. Yeah. Yes, the TV. A lot of people laugh at Highway to Heaven, but it was the number one show of its time. Do you know what I mean?
It was very popular. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't use the word very often, but the verisimilitude of the original show is what sold it, and this isn't going to have any of that.
There you go. Not Z3 Orange. Not bad show at the time. Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
And I'd like to point out the actress that played Laura Ingalls eventually married Bruce Boxleitner, who was the commander of Babylon 5 for 3 years before he became president of the New Alliance.
Linda Cardellini will star in They Know, a new horror movie directed by and starring Bill Hader. The film follows a divorced dad who grows suspicious that his ex-wife is dating a strange man that is having influence on his children.
Thank God there's no cucking in this movie.
I'm going to watch it because I do rate Bill. He's a really good director. Looking at the stuff he did for Barry, when he directed he directed the whole of the last season. It was awful, but his direction is impeccable. He really knows how to direct. So, and also I fancy what's her name, Linda. She's freaking gorgeous. So I'm definitely up for this one.
Just look at the absolute look of. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. You first.
She was in which is the Avengers film. I think it was. It wasn't. It was the one with the robot. What's the one with the robot?
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. She was married to Hawkeye. She's Hawkeye's wife. Do you remember her?
Oh, she's Mockingbird. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's Hawkeye's wife in that film. Don't you remember her?
Hey, would you blow me? She was smoking in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
She played Velma.
I'm just looking on the utter expression of defeat on Bill Hader's face in this photo, and I'm thinking they're gonna use this as an opportunity to come down on men again, but there might be a chance for his revenge, his victory at the end. So I don't know. I just
see. The thing is, though, yes, the last season of Barry was terrible, and a lot of people don't like Barry, which I don't understand. But you can't separate the talent of Bill when you look at Barry. The first season of Barry was terrific. He directed a lot of episodes, and if you know what direction is, you will see that man knows what directing is. So I have no doubt this film is going to be directed very, very well. It depends if it's a good film or not. And I like the actress, so I'm sold. Yeah. I'm going to go and see it.
Okay. I have to address the chat. Hawkeye's wife was Mockingbird. That was the whole point of him keeping her hidden away. But if you didn't watch the terrible Hawkeye show, you wouldn't have known.
I never watched the show.
Yeah, I'm willing to give this a shot. Like I said, as much as I'm really kind of tired of this whole thing, we'll see. Maybe I really liked Barry season 1, and season 2 was okay. Really, and then it really sort of jumped the shark there. But I'll give this a shot.
Okay, let's move on
then. I'll give this one a shot.
Finally, it's going to get released. Everybody. First poster for Coyote v Acme in HD. Theaters, August 28th. Going to get released, everybody. Finally.
Yeah, they couldn't have bought publicity like this. This was marketing genius.
Hey, hold on. So is Roadrunner in this?
Presumably, yes.
Okay, so the show is called Coyote versus Acme, but he came from a show called Roadrunner. And again, it's Hollywood promoting the bad guy. Oh, I give up.
The premise of this is that he is suing the Acme company for damages after purchasing so many of their defective products.
Yeah.
It is a courtroom drama of the Coyote trying to get restitution from all of the damaged Acme goods that
could be good.
Have harmed him. Yeah. So could be funny. You don't know.
It's got John Cena in it, so maybe not. But there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm telling you, the fact that they shelved this and then claimed that they wouldn't release it, then it came back. You can't buy publicity like this. That whole thing was marketing genius. Look how many people want to see Batgirl, despite how horrible we all know it was.
Tom and Jerry's got a new movie out as well. That's coming out soon.
Yeah, I saw the thing. Yeah, Tom and Jerry. Yeah. Okay, that's that might do okay. One for the fans, yes. A victory for the fans to get it released. Okay. Shall we move on then?
Is that the Moonraker?
A photo that can never be taken again. The space shuttle riding atop what? NASA's modified 747 shuttle carrier aircraft while the Concorde slices across the sky in the background. 1983. Look at that, everybody.
Yeah. Just another reason the 80s were so awesome.
I love Concorde. I love the way it looks.
Yeah.
It's a very sleek plane. It's a shame they stopped.
They are bringing back the supersonic transport, though. They've redesigned several models that aren't as loud. So you may still have the option to get from New York to London in 4 hours.
For $4,000.
Yeah. For $4,000. That always reminds me of Moonraker, though. Remember Moonraker, when Moonraker's on top of the plane?
Yeah.
They sabotage it or they grab it, don't they?
Moonraker 5, was it?
Something like that, I don't know. Yeah. Great effects.
Just
wow.
Look at that, everybody.
I forget all the modifications they used to have to do on the 747 airframe in order to make it able to carry the shuttle. But it was definitely significant and highly involved.
Couldn't they not have flown the shuttle instead of it being on the back of another plane?
It's
their problem.
It can't take off. It's a rocket, basically, and it glides like a brick. So you can barely get it down from space. It's not designed to take off and land like that. Nope.
There you go, folks. Let's see what's next. Pick one game to kick off the list forever. Swappers, what do you reckon?
I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of many of these, to be honest with you. Asteroid's probably my favorite. Maybe Defender. Galaxian was fun. Star Wars was okay. Most people absolutely love Star Wars, but I just it had too many inconsistencies with the movie. I kept sitting there going, the TIE fighters don't look like that. The lasers don't look like that. But most people seem to love it, you know. But yeah, so I'd probably go for Asteroids. That was always my favorite.
Galaxian for me.
Yeah.
Galaxian, yeah. I love Galaxian.
I'll take wait. It's one game to eliminate,
one game.
Right?
No, your favorite. Well, basically, your one game. Your one forever game.
Oh, I thought it said to kick off of the list, so it's the one game that you can't have. I see. Well, I'm going to go with Tempest.
Oh, yeah, pick one game to kick off the list. Yeah, okay, we'll do that then. So, Swappers, one game to get rid of.
I never played Centipede, so I would say that.
I'm going to say Pac-Man because we'll still have Mrs. Pac-Man. It's essentially the same game.
I was never into Pac-Man.
Yeah, me much neither. So, yeah.
I like Pac-Man. I like Pac-Man. It was all right.
Did you ever play Pac-Land? That's great.
No. I think I played Mrs. Pac-Man more, though, when I was younger, for some reason.
For now.
What
would it be now? Pack they them?
Yeah.
Frogger.
Pack them.
Yeah, Pac-Man for me. Just
maybe it's because I'm so old, but Galaxian and Asteroids and Space Invaders, very simple games. So much enjoyment you get out of it, though. I know the computer games they have now is very advanced and you can go everywhere and stuff like that, but it's something that's very simple and very enjoyable because
it's pure game, pure gameplay. Yeah, pure gameplay.
Yeah, I always sucked at Defender. It's a great game. It looks amazing. The sounds are awesome, but I never lived more than 5 seconds on that.
Yeah, it's very, it's incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult game. Okay, shall we move on then? Okay, I think I did one too many.
Oh, weapons.
You've seen in the bin already.
Go back to the other one. All right, okay.
Then we'll do it. Okay. Okay, because we're running horrendously late, folks. Okay. It's not shooty, by the way.
Is it not?
No. Who saw this? Labour MP Samantha Niblett is bringing sex toys into Parliament. And then it says here, while her South Derbyshire constituents have issues with housing, GP access, transport, and low wages, I'm sure they'll be thrilled. She has a 4,000 majority. I'd work on fixing that. Does anybody know what the story is?
No.
Yeah, but because you told me.
This is a member of Parliament. She's going to bring in sex toys to the. She wants the House of Commons to discuss it about how sex toys can liberate you, and that kind of cracking one off as well.
Is this like when we always used to take our favourite games into school at the end of term?
Kind of. She doesn't want us to rely, or wants young people, I would imagine, to rely on pornography sites. And
but that's what they will do.
Yeah. And that there's nothing wrong with using sex toys to, in inverted commas, self-pleasure. That's the state we've got to, everybody.
Yeah, but again, right, if you can't see it, then you won't see it. But this is just, again, these crazy people trying to normalize this rubbish, because it's complete nonsense. It really is, you know? Nothing's stopping from people to getting sex toys. Why bring it up? Why actually
cracking one off?
It? Or cracking one off. As I said, there's this kind of strange evil that's going through our society, and this is just one of them. Why bring this up? This is not important. What about the homeless? What about the people that can't even afford their rent? What about all that stuff that the government's supposed to be helping us with? Why is this being? Oh, I give up. I fucking give up. Just honestly.
Clown World, everybody. Okay, it's Clown World, everybody. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Cartoon Man. Numbers wrenched on it. 7th of May, everybody. There you go.
I just get when you first trying to normalize everything that's bad or perverted. I don't know.
Yeah, but the way the article's phrased, it makes it sound like she wants them to use sex toys while they are in the business of Parliament. Like,
she wants she's bringing them in, and she wants a proper discussion about it.
Yeah, I know we have this budget referendum, but let me crack one off here real quick. Like,
well, in the House of Commons.
This is the 14-inch gold rim black dildo.
So honestly, why have this?
Yeah, this is an invitation to allow the government in your bedroom. What the fuck are they even doing talking about this?
It's
ridiculous.
Durkee, yes. Anyway, shall we
Yeah, I think we're gonna like the old one better than this.
Okay. And finally, who saw this?
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah,
Doctor Who, Dr. Watt, star Ncuti Gatwa to receive honorary doctorate. This is Glasgow, everybody. Glasgow
Yeah,
University.
we know Scotland's screwed when it comes to bloody
contributions to acting, I think. He's going to there's another person as well who I can't remember the name, but going to get an honorary doctorate, everybody.
Oh, I thought he was getting a PhD in bumming.
No,
why are they giving him this? Why are they giving him
for contributions to acting and art? Apparently,
let's be honest about it. They're giving him an award, and he actually destroyed a TV show. So they're giving an award for destroying Doctor Who.
Did he, or was it Russell T?
No, it was him.
Yeah.
Him, because he said go and touch grass. He was complacent on what was happening.
That's why I've got the background out this week. We've not used it for a while.
Yeah, but you got to figure he might be insulted by this, because look at all of the amazing British thespians that have come out of your country, and they choose to give he knows why they're giving it to him. It is a participation trophy. It is a DEI prize. And if I were him, I would be insulted as hell. Like, did they have to give Idris Elba a doctorate in acting? No, because he's awesome.
Awesome.
Honestly, this guy needs a good punch. He really does. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, I punch for face. I'm okay.
He has got a punchable face.
Yeah, this reflects the bigotry of low expectations. This is actually insulting. And if I were him, I would be insulted by it.
Well, he's not, is he? Because he's rolling with the punches. He's, he's getting an award. He's going to milk it.
Yeah,
but so
I'm hoping deep down he knows that he's getting the prize because he lost. I really hope.
No, the thing is, we all lost. Anyway, okay. I think that's it, folks.
We all lost.
Oh,
we did.
Yeah, give him a good sex toy. There you go. Thanks, Dave.
I think he's already got some of
with that MP. Yeah, okay. That's it, folks. Yeah, look, here you go. Sorry, bear with me. Chat moved up. We'll just do this. Dooku's Dildo Den. Mr. Valentine's me. How do we get in touch with Samantha Niblett? Just go to her. Well, just Google Samantha Niblett, and there's parliamentary contact details. Anyway. That's it, folks. Chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, member chats.
Hold on. Wait a sec, Ian. So you've put his face on there, and for what? Only that little bit in your whole show, and he's worthy of being in front?
That's enough.
For your...
Yeah, Brown's giving him the consolation prize also.
Plus, we haven't had. He's not been on for a long time, so you know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here we go. Look, rage baiting.
Yeah.
My middle name. Yeah.
Oh, it's called failing upwards, isn't it?
It is. Well, there's a lot of that. Anyway, okay. Chat, you are wonderful. We're going to be raiding Wayfarers after this. We're going to be talking Babylon 5 season 2. So if you're into Babylon 5. Babylon 5, man. You can fill your boots with that. Spider in the web, apparently. There you go.
Babylon.
That is it then, folks. Let's get the guests up. Cheers, swappers.
Thanks, Brown.
Cheers, Ian.
No worries.
It's Darth for Boss. Cheers, pal.
No worries. Thank you, chat. Fun as always.
Chat, don't forget, leave a comment afterwards. If you could do multiple views this week, watch us in sections, get the view numbers up. Obviously, thumbs up, leave a comment, all that malarkey. So that's it, folks.
It's a malarkey.
Carl Voigtlander, I think that's the Chainsmokers, so you can watch that at your leisure. That is it, folks. Peace up. Tomorrow, probably. Trev, Tuesday. Definitely. We're back Wednesday doing Aliens. So if we don't see you during the week, folks, you know the drill. Have a great week, everybody. Take care. We're
Ta-da.
going to Wayfair.
Timing.
Good night. Arse.